Japan is an island by the sea, filled with volcanoes, and it's beautiful. In the year -1 billion, Japan might not have been here. In the year -4,000, it was here, and you could walk to it, and some people walked to it. Then it got warmer, some icebergs melted and became an island, and now there's lots of trees, because it's warmer. So now there's people on the island. They're basically sort of hanging out in between the mountains, eating nuts off trees and using the latest technology, like stones and bowls. Ding dong, it's the outside world, and they have technology from the future, like really good metal and crazy rice farms. Now you can make a lot of rice really quickly. That means if you own the farm, you own a lot of food, which is something everybody needs to survive. So that makes you king. Rice farming and rice kingdoms spread across the land, all the way to here. The most important kingdoms were here, here, and here. But this one was the most important. Ruled by a heavenly super person, or emperor for short. Knock knock, get the door. It's religion. The new prince wants everyone to try this hot new religion from Biek. Please try this religion, he said. No! Said everybody. Try it, he said. No! Said everybody again, quieter this time. And so the religion was put into place, and all the rules that came with it. Then the government was taken over by another clique, and they made some reforms, like making the government govern more, and making the government more like China's government, which is the government that governs more.
Hi China.
They said.
Hi deep shade.
Said China.
Can you go to something else other than deep shit?
Said Japan.
Like what?
Said China.
How about sunrise land?
Said Japan. And they stole China's alphabet and wrote a book about themselves. And then they made lots of poetry and art and another book about themselves. Then they stopped moving the capital every time the emperor died and kept it one place for a while. Right here. And they conquered the north finally. Get that squared away. A rich hipster named Kukai is bored of modern Buddhism, visits China, and learns a better version which is more spiritual. Comes back, reinvents the alphabet, and causes art and literature to be great for a long time. And the War Palace turned into such a dream world of art that it really didn't give a shit about around the country. So if you live outside the palace, how are you supposed to protect your shit from criminals?
Hire a samurai.
Everyone started hiring samurai. Rich imported people hired samurai. Poor people who could not afford to hire samurai did not hire samurai. The samurai became organized and powerful, more powerful than the government. So they made their own military government, here, to let the emperor still be emperor, but the shogun is actually in control. Breaking news, the Mongols have invaded China.
We invaded China.
Said the Mongols.
Please respect us, or else we might invade you as well.
Okay, said Japan. So the Mongols came over, ready for war, and died in a tornado. But they tried again, and had a nice time fighting with the Japanese, but they died in a tornado. Then the emperor overthrows the shogunate, but the shogunate overthrows it back and moves to Kyoto and makes a new shogunate. And the emperor can still dress like an emperor if he wants, that's fine.
Now there's more art.
Like painting with less colors, collaborative poetry, plays, monkey fun, tea parties, gardening, architecture, flowers. It's time for who's going to be the next shogun. Usually it's the shogun's kid, but the shogun doesn't have a kid. So he tries to get his brother to quit being a monk and be the next shogun. He says it's okay, but then his shogun is a kid. So now it's gonna be. Vote now on your phones. And everyone voted so hard that the palace caught on fire and burned down. The shogun actually didn't care, he was also doing poetry, and the whole country broke into pieces. Everyone is fighting with each other for local power, and it's anybody's game. Knock knock, it's Europe. No, they're not here to take over. They just want to sell some shit like clocks, and guns, and Jesus. So that's cool, but everyone's still fighting each other for control. Now with guns. And would it be nice to control the capital, which right now is puppets, with no one controlling them. This clan is ready to make a run for it, but first they have to trample this small clan which is in the way. Surprise! Small clan wins, and the leader of that clan steals the idea of invading the capital and invades the capital. Then it goes very well. He's about halfway through conquering Japan, but someone who works for him kills him, and then someone else who works for him kills them. And that guy finishes conquering Japan. And then he confiscated everybody's swords, and made some rules.
And now we're going to invade Korea and hopefully China.
He said and failed, and also died. But before he died, he told these 5 guys to take care of his 5-year-old son until he's old enough to be the next ruler of Japan. And the 5 guys said, yeah right, it's not gonna be this kid, it's gonna be one of us, cause we're grown-ups. And it's probably gonna be this guy, who happens to be way more rich and powerful than the others. A lot of people support him, but a lot of people not support him. They have a fight, and he wins, and starts a new government, right here. And he still lets the emperor dress like an emperor, and have very nice things. But don't get confused. This is the new government, and they're very strict. So strict they close the country. No one can leave, and no one can come in. Except for the Dutch, if they want to buy some shit. But they have to do it right here. Now that the entire country is not at war with itself, the population increased a lot. Business increased, schools are built, roads are built, everyone learned to read, books are published, there's poetry, plays, sexy towns, puppet shows, and Dutch studies. People started studying European science, the books they bought for the Dutch. We're talking geography, skeletons, physics, chemistry, astronomy, and maybe even electricity. Over time, the economic and cultural prosperity began to gradually slow down. Knock knock, it's the United States, with huge boats, with guns, gunboats. Open the country. Stop, have it be closed, said the United States. There's really nothing they could do, so they signed a contract that lets the United States, Britain, and Russia visit Japan anytime they want. Shushu and Satsuma hated this. That sucks, they said. This sucks! And with almost very little outside help, they overthrew the shogunate, and somehow made the emperor again, and moved him to Edo as they renamed Eastern Capital. They made a new government, which is a lot more Western. They made a new constitution that was pretty Western, and a military that was pretty Western. And do you know what else is Western? That's right, it's conquered stuff. So what can we conquer? Korea. They conquered Korea, taking it from its previous owner, China, and then go a little bit further. And Russia said, oh no, it's just...
Stop, no you can't take that. We're gonna build a railroad through here to try to get some warm water.
And Russia builds the railroad, supervised by a shit ton of soldiers. And then when the railroad is done, they downgrade to a fuck ton. Did I say downgrade and not upgrade? And Japan says, can you maybe chill? And Russia says,
How about maybe you chill?
Japan is kind of scared of Russia. You'll never guess who's also kind of scared of Russia. Great Britain. So Japan and Great Britain making an alliance together so they could be a little less scared of Russia. Feeling confident, Japan goes to war against Russia just for a moment, and they both get tired and stop. It's time for World War I. The world is about to have a war because it's the 1900s and weapons are getting crazy, and all these empires are excited to try to master each other. Meanwhile, Japan has been enjoying conquering stuff and wants more. And the next thing on the list is this part of China and lots of tiny islands. All this stuff belongs to Germany, which just had war declared by Britain because Britain was sent to Belgium, which is being trespassed by Germany in order to get to France to kick France's ass because France's friends to Russia, who's getting ready to kick Austria's ass because Austria was getting ready to kick Serbia's ass because someone from Serbia shot the leader of Austria's ass. Or actually shot him in the head. And Britain was clearly friends to Japan. So you know what that means? Duh! Japan should take the islands! Which they wanted to do anyway, so they called Britain on the telly to sort of let them know. And then they did it. And they also helped Britain a little here and there with some errands and stuff. Now the war is over, and congratulations Japan, you technically fought the war, which means you had to sit at the negotiating table with the big dudes, where they decide who owns what. And yes, Japan gets to keep out that shit they stole for Germany. You also get to join the post-war mega alliance, the League of Nations.
Whose mission statement is to try to take over the world.
The Great Depression is bad, and Japan's economy is not crappy, but the military is doing just fine, and invades Manchuria, and the League of Nations is like,
No, don't do that. If you're in the League of Nations, you're not supposed to take over the world.
and Japan said, how about I do anyway? And Japan invaded more and more of China, and it was planning to invade the entire East.
You've got mail.
It's from Germany, the new leader of Germany. He has a cool mustache and he's trying to take over the world and its friends. This is going forward to Italy. The others had to be friends because they have so much in common. It's time for World War II! Germany is invading the neighbors. Then they invade the neighbors' neighbors. Then the neighbors' neighbors, who happen to be Britain, said,
Holy shit.
and the United States started helping Britain because they're
Good friends.
I started not helping Japan because they're
Friends are not friends are not friends. Plus they're planning on invading the entire ocean.
The United States is also working on a large, very huge bomb. Bigger than any other bomb ever. Just in case. But they still haven't joined the war. War looks bad on TV. And the United States is really starting to care about their image. But then Japan spits on them. In Hawaii. And challenges them to war. And they say yes. And then Germany, as a symbol of friendship, declares war on the United States also. So the United States goes to war in Europe. And they help the gang chase Germany back into Germany. And they also start chasing Japan back into Japan. And they haven't used the bomb yet. And they're curious to see if it works. So they dropped it on Japan. They actually dropped it too.
You win.
United States installed a new government, inspired by the United States government, with just the right ingredients for a post-war economic miracle. And Japan starts making TVs, VCRs, automobiles, and camcorders as fast as they can, and also better than anybody else. They get rich, and the economy goes wild. And then the miracle wears off. But everything's still pretty cool, I guess. Bye!